What is the most like what is the most like crazy story that you have to share about rescuing a civilian while being in the Coast Guard in Alaska?
I think the most interesting story, or the one that's just unique, was responding to a group of hunters, and one of the men that was in the group was mauled by a bear.
Mauled by a bear.
Yes.
Was it apparent when you showed up that there had been, like, he had been inflicted by a bear?
Yes. There were 5 bears that attacked the group, and in order to get the bear off of the hunter that was being mauled,
How did they do that? Are they just like bears 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? We're gonna meet at such and such a location. We're gonna maul someone. how does that? Like, I'm just like, I've seen a bear, but I mean, like 5 bears, like that like that's a lot. Do you know how he got in this situation?
I'm trying to think. I believe that case was in November of 2014, and I think they don't always hibernate for the winter, but they might have been looking for their last meal, I guess, before kind of taking a rest. And this group is
The
on a
last meal.
yeah.
I can't imagine being 5 bears and I'm walking through Alaska. I am the last meal. Wow.
So they were on a remote trip on Sally Island. They were taken there by a fishing vessel and dropped off, and they were transporting a deer carcass. And I think that was what
Triggered it.
Yeah, the bears caught wind of the deer carcass and came after them. So
He's dragging this carcass through, and that's probably what triggered the 5 bears. They all had the same sense, right?
yep.
Fresh meat. Okay, so when did you get called during this process?
I had recently been stationed there, and I was still in my qualification process to become a flight paramedic there. And so I did not have an official pager that I would come to wear once I was qualified. And I was eating lunch at the clinic because I was working my other time as a corpsman. And somebody came by the desk and said, they knew that I was involved in the flight program or working on it and was interested in flying, and came by the desk and said, this guy's being mauled by a bear. Can you respond?
What was your first, like, I mean, how did you respond to that just yourself when you heard that? Did you think he was joking? Like, no, you knew it was. You're like, you went to Alaska.
Yeah.
You probably knew you were going to come to some interesting situations, right?
Yeah, I was ready.